Good morning, everyone. My name is Rahul Legi. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in Tulaj Institute, Dehradun. I'm here with a presentation on basics of electrical engineering that is very essential in gate perspective, DRDO, railways, and various competitive examinations. So we start our topic that is basics of electrical engineering. So the contents which we have to cover in this are electric current, potential difference, resistance, Ohm's law, law of resistance, numerical analysis, and at last conclusion. So we start. What is electric current? Electric current is defined as the time of rate of electric charge across a cross-sectional boundary. Means if you have a conductor having a charge carrier flowing through across it, then electric current is defined as the rate of flow of charge carrier, that is dq by dt, and its unit is ampere. Its unit is ampere. Now next topic is what is potential difference? Potential difference between 2 points in an electrical circuit is the difference in their electrical state which tend to flow of electric current between them. Potential difference is the difference between the 2 points, that is VA and VB, having where VA denotes higher potential and VB denotes lower potential. Then the potential difference between 2 points is the difference between the charge carrier flow across them. And the SI unit of potential difference is volt. Now the next topic is what is resistance? It is the property of a substance which opposes or restricts the flow of electric current or electron through it. The SI unit of resistance is ohm. Basically, resistance is defined as the opposition to the flow of current. It is basically defined as the opposition to the flow of current. Let's suppose this is charge carrier flowing through the conductor. Then the thing which oppose these charge carriers are resistance, and SI unit of resistance is ohm. Now the next topic is Ohm's law. As the rate of flow of water through pipe is directly proportional to the effective pressure, in the similar manner, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference. It's stated that the current flowing through across a conductor is directly proportional to voltage. That is V equal to IR, where R denote the resistance of material, V denotes the voltage across them, voltage generated or voltage across them, and I denotes the current flowing through it. Current flowing. So Ohm's law stated that the voltage across is directly proportional to the electric current, and R denote the resistance of the material or constant of proportionality. Now the next topic is law of resistance. Resistance of a wire depends upon its length, area of cross section, purity of material. Basically what we are defined that if the resistance of a wire that is R is defined upon directly proportional to its length. L, and resistance of a wire is inversely proportional to the area of cross section, that is 1 by A. Now if we combine these equation, what we have observed, that is R is equal to, or R equal to rho L by A, where R denote the resistance of the material, R denote the resistance of material, rho denotes resistivity, L denotes length of the material, A denotes the area of cross section, area of cross section. Now the next topic is conductance and conductivity. Basically, conductance is defined as the reciprocal of resistance, that is G is equal to 1 by R, where G denotes conductance and R denotes resistance of a material, and the SI unit is Siemens or mho. Now conductivity is defined as 1 upon resistivity, where basically conductivity is defined as the current carrying capability, and the formula is given by sigma equal to 1 upon rho, where rho denotes resistivity and sigma denotes conductivity. Now if we talk about the numerical analysis, the resistance of a conductor is 1 millimeter square in cross section and 20 meter long is 0.346 ohm. Determine the specific resistance of the conductor material. So here in this problem, first of all we would write what are the given conditions given in this problem. If we look the problem, what are being given in this problem, that is we'll write what are the given conditions. Here area of cross section is given by 1 millimeter square, that is 1 millimeter square, or equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter. 1 millimeter equal to 10 raised to power minus 3. So 1 millimeter square equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter square. Next thing which we have been given, that is length, that is 20 meter long. Another thing which we have given, that is resistance of material, that is 0.346 ohm, and we have to calculate the specific resistance, that is given by rho. So as we have stated earlier, that is R is given by rho L by A. We have to calculate here rho. So rho is given by R multiplied by A upon L. So rho equal to, here R is given by 0.346 multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 6 upon area of length 20 meter. So if you calculate it, the answer would come 1.73 into 10 raised to power minus 8 ohm meter. So this is the required answer of the given problem. I hope you would understand it. Now if you go back to another problem, that is a wire is stretched to triple its length. Will the resistivity of wire change? If yes, how much? What happened to its resistance? So in this problem, we have to calculate two parts. First of all, what would be the resistivity of the wire? Second part is what happened to its resistance. Now if we consider first part, that is what happened to its resistivity when the wire is stretched to its triple its length. As you are familiar, as you already know that resistivity of the material will remain same. Resistivity of material will remain same. It remains same because the resistivity of the material does not depends upon length, area of cross section, so that's why it remains same. Now if we consider second part, what happened to its resistance? Now we'll first of all write what are the given in this condition, that is problem. A wire is stretched to triple its length. Now when is the wire is stretched, its length change, that is denoted by L dash, and it is tripled, that is thrice L of its original length. Now we know that R is equal to rho L by A. This is the resistance of a wire under a normal condition, that is rho L by A. Now when the wire is stretched, the condition would be, when the wire is stretched, the condition would be R dash equal to rho dash L dash by A. Now if we compare this first equation and second equation, we find that length and area of cross section got changed, whereas rho remains same, resistivity remains same. Now if we put this equation, that is our equation, in equation second, then R dash equal to rho L dash is given by 3L upon A dash. Now one thing we must consider, that the volume of the wire remain constant. Volume of wire remain constant. Volume of the wire remains constant because the volume of the wire does not depend upon length and area of cross section. That's why the volume of the wire before stretching and after stretching would remain constant. So volume of the wire before stretching and volume of the wire after stretching will remain constant. So volume of the wire before stretching is given by AL, and volume of the wire after stretching is given by A dash L dash. Here L dash is given by, in this equation L dash is given by 3L, so we put it here. So L dash equal to 3L. This L and this L got cancelled out. What we have got, A equal to 3A dash. Now if we calculate A dash value here, A dash equal to A by 3. Now if we put this value over here, what we would observe, that is, now R dash equal to rho 3 L, A dash is A by 3. Now if again we further solve it, R dash equal to rho L by A, this 3 goes upper, then 9, and this R dash equal to rho L by A is equal to R 9R, then R dash equal to 9R. So this is our required answer, that is, if a wire is increased by a factor 9 if we stretch or twist triple its length. So this is our required answer for the given problem. I hope you would understand it clearly. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you found it useful, and remember, you can always learn more about network analysis in my next videos. If you have any queries, please comment it, and please like it and subscribe it. Good luck and thank you very much once again. Thank you.